Hi, Chris. I am the group account manager for the Dallas Stars. My name is Lauren Carranza. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm told you're the person who handles all the district outings for Dallas ISD. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, do you have a few minutes? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Have you been to a Dallas Stars game before?
I have.
Okay, cool. Did you bring out some of your sports teams, or do you come solo?
I normally just go with the wife and kids. I've been a part of some groups in the past before, but nothing that I've personally organized.
Okay, great. Are you a fan of the team, or do you just like to take your family out for fun?
Yeah, I'd say I'm a pretty big fan.
Okay, awesome. Have you been keeping up with our off season?
Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good. I see you signed a goalie, so that's a big step.
Yes, for sure. We're very excited about that. We have the expansion draft. The Golden Knights are releasing their roster tomorrow, so it's been an actually exciting summer for hockey, which isn't always the case.
No.
Especially for the Stars. So, okay, well, and like I said, I know you handle the group outings for the district. What kind of events do you guys normally do?
We'll typically we've set up like a kickball tournament in the past. We've done various, I think we've done a Rough Riders game or two. We've done a Rangers game before. We've never done a Stars game, but we have done the sporting event deal in the past.
Okay, and as far as like Rough Riders and things like that, what are some things you really enjoy when you go out to those games?
I liked the food options they had out there. They had a ticket where you bought. You got the seat to the game, and then you got food and beverage included with it. And that was a big help, especially with the kids. So it was basically like a one-stop shop type deal.
Yeah, for sure. So normally is that like hot dogs, chips, soda?
Yeah, it was
standard?
just
Okay.
basically concession food.
Okay, perfect. And then, when you go to Rough Riders or Rangers games, is there anything that you've disliked or something you would just like to improve upon those experiences?
I think it'd be cool to get them like at least some of the kids involved in like an in-game activity if at all possible.
Okay.
We've never done anything like that before.
Okay, awesome. Normally you just have your tickets, sit in the stands, enjoy the
we
food.
just go.
Okay, very cool. And when you attend games, do you normally just take the students, or do you invite their parents and siblings to come? How does that work?
We've done both in the past.
Okay.
It typically works better if their families come with them.
Yeah, for sure. And normally these are high school age kids, correct?
Right.
High school, middle school.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very nice. And then what percentage of the team normally attends? Is it pretty much the whole team or half? How does that work?
We try and get as many out as we can. I'd say between 50 to 70% is a pretty realistic number.
Okay, great. And would you consider that a good turnout when you get about 70% of the team? Okay.
Yeah, anything above 50 I would say is pretty good, just because people's schedules are so busy nowadays.
Right, it's hard to organize, especially if they have siblings or things like that, for sure. Well, cool. And then when you're going on these outings, is it more team bonding, or is it like an end of the year party where you recognize a few players? What's your goal normally?
We've typically done it as an end of the year party.
Okay.
To reward people.
Okay, cool. So do you need, will y'all like hand out the awards before you get in the stadium, or do you just kind of do it like in between innings when you're at a baseball game?
We typically hand it out before, just so we don't have to worry about taking anything into the arena or the stadium
cool.
or anything like that.
That's good. Security is tight. Unfortunately, these days at the American Airlines Center we have security lines, so it is nice to take care of that before, and then you can just enjoy and bond and all of that when you get in. And now it sounds like you've been to a few baseball games and do kickball. So is summer, spring, does that work better for you, or do you really have a timeline of when you like to do these outings?
I mean, we're not set on the summer or the spring. The Christmas time would probably be pretty good.
Okay.
To go with hockey season. That's probably the best time of the year. As far as the fall and winter go.
Okay, cool. And then I guess if you're doing an end of year celebration, that's probably football season, volleyball season that are wrapping up. Okay, very nice. And how far in advance do you normally plan these events?
I would say at least 2 months, just to give everyone time to fully plan it out and to make sure that everyone's schedules are clear.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then do the students normally pay for the tickets themselves, or does the district provide that money for these outings?
The students pay
Okay,
themselves.
students pay. Okay. And then normally do they, like when you worked with the Rough Riders, did they pay directly, or did you guys have like one card and the student pays you back?
Basically, the students would pay us, and then once we collected all the funds and
Okay.
got the total head count, then we would just pay the team.
Perfect. All right, great. And then normally, how much do you spend per student or per family member?
We like to keep it around $20. If at all
$20.
possible.
Okay. And that's with food and beverage, correct?
Right.
Okay. Or normally when you do these with food and beverage. Okay, great. And then how do you normally get the words out to students and their parents? Do you go through the booster club, or do you just let the students know during their athletic period?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We'll let them know, and then we'll send something out through the boosters just to make sure that we get it out.
Okay, yeah, students always don't tell their
Yeah,
parents
they
about
forget
everything, so
things
that's
all the
good.
time.
Okay, so booster club students. Do you normally give them like a flyer or order form to give their family to fill out, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll give them a flyer at the end of the class, and then we'll also email one out.
Okay. Okay, great. And then I know different school districts do things differently, but do you make the decision and okay everything, or do several people have to sign off on an outing if you do something like that?
I make the decision on what we do, but I consult others.
Okay.
I've had conversations like the one we're having in the past, and then I'll go to basically my committee and kind of see if they approve, and typically they do, and then I make the final decision on what we do.
Okay. And how often does your committee meet, or when's your next committee meeting?
We meet once a month.
Once a month. Okay. Well, I'd love to come by your next committee meeting if that's something, if you're interested in a STARS event, and I'd be happy to present an idea. And if you don't mind, I have a few recommendations based on what we've talked on so far.
Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect.
So we do actually, when you guys get out for Christmas break around the 15th, correct?
Yeah, about the
Okay.
second week of December.
Okay. Well, we actually play the Montreal Canadiens on a Tuesday. It's December 7th, so
Okay.
about a week before you guys get out of school. We do offer $25 tickets that include an upper level ticket and then an all-you-can-eat section.
Okay.
That includes popcorn, chips, hot dogs, hamburgers, soda, and water. And basically, you guys have this section reserved, or the all-you-can-eat area reserved, from the time doors open through the end of the second intermission. And then your seats are very close to that area, so you guys can go in and out as you please. If you want to do a little pregame recognition or something in that area before the game, then you also have that private area too. Is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds perfect.
Okay, great. Well, I will put this all in an email for you. And then, like I said, if you'd like, I'd be happy to present this to your committee next week when you guys meet and answer any questions that they have. I know it's a lot of information, and you probably have a lot of balls in the air, so I'm happy to present that information and answer
Okay.
any questions.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Lauren.
Bye.